The first time I noticed my name fading, it wasn't on a document. It was in a conversation. Someone asked who I was, and for a second, I hesitated. Not because I forgot. Because the answer didn't feel real anymore. My name still existed on my ID, on my bank account, in old emails. But emotionally, it felt like a costume I kept wearing out of habit. I wasn't becoming someone new. I was becoming no one. It started after the incident. The one no one talks about. The one no official record explains correctly. There was a night when something happened, and I was the only one who saw it clearly. Not a crime in the dramatic sense. Not a headline. Just a quiet moral collapse. I was walking home late, the street nearly empty. A man stood near a closed shop, arguing with a woman in a low, aggressive voice. I slowed down, not to interfere, just to understand. Then he shoved her. She didn't fall. She froze. Not from fear. From shock. I stood there. Close enough to speak. Far enough to leave. He saw me. I saw him. And in that moment, we both understood something without words. I wasn't a threat. I wasn't a witness. I was just a presence that chose not to exist. He walked away. She stayed still. I walked past them. The world didn't end. No sirens. No screaming. Just the sound of my own footsteps, steady and quiet. That was the night my name started to feel heavier. Not because of what I did. Because of what I didn't do. People assume inaction is neutral. It isn't. It leaves a mark. Not on the world. On you. Days passed. Life continued. But something shifted inside me. Conversations felt distant. My reflection felt unfamiliar. My voice sounded quieter. Not physically. Internally. I stopped correcting people when they mispronounced my name. Stopped introducing myself clearly. Stopped caring if I was remembered. I wasn't hiding. I was dissolving. The strange thing about self-erasure is that it feels peaceful at first. No expectations. No accountability. No emotional weight. Just quiet. But quiet isn't the same as freedom. Quiet is absence. I started using different names in small situations. Coffee orders. Online profiles. Temporary forms. Nothing illegal. Nothing dramatic. Just enough to feel disconnected. Each new name felt lighter than the last. My real name began to feel like a memory. Something that belonged to someone who had made different choices. Someone braver. Someone louder. Someone who had spoken up. One evening, I received a message from an unknown number. You were there. That was all it said. No accusation. No explanation. Just a reminder. My chest tightened. Not with fear. With recognition. They knew. Not who I was. What I was. Someone who had seen something and walked away. We met in a public place. Not hostile. Not emotional. Just quiet. She didn't blame me. She didn't forgive me. She simply said, you disappeared. Not physically. Emotionally. Morally. I had removed myself from the situation the moment it became uncomfortable, and in doing so, I had removed a part of myself from existence. After that meeting, my name felt even heavier. Not because it was associated with guilt. Because it was associated with responsibility. So I stopped using it. Not officially. Socially. I became vague. Untraceable. Unremarkable. People don't chase what doesn't stand out. And I didn't want to stand out anymore. The world doesn't punish quiet disappearances. It adapts to them. Months passed. My life became smaller. Not sad. Controlled. Predictable. No deep connections. No heavy conversations. No emotional risks. Just surface level existence. But something was missing. Not happiness. Identity. I wasn't living. I was occupying space. One night, I stood in front of a mirror and said my name out loud. It sounded unfamiliar. Like a word from another language. I used to be you, I whispered to my reflection. The reflection didn't respond. Because reflections don't judge. They just show what's left. I realized something painful. My name hadn't disappeared on its own. I had pushed it away. Because names carry history. And history carries responsibility. Without my name, I felt lighter. But also, empty. I hadn't erased guilt. I had erased connection. The ability to belong. The ability to be recognized. The ability to be held accountable. Some people run from the past by changing cities. Some by changing faces. I changed silence into my identity. Now, when people ask who I am, I answer differently. Not with a lie. With nothing. And in that nothing, I exist quietly. Not innocent. Not forgiven. Just unseen.